Hello, my name is Sean, and I'd like to welcome everyone to the Tuesday World Meditation. Tonight, you join me from my home in Finland. This sacred time and space is devoted to our shared practice of entering stillness together and of giving together. Let us first surround and protect ourselves with the love and the grace of God. Before we begin the meditation, I'd like to share a passage from the New Message about practice. I'll be reading from the Revelation, The Awakening, as revealed to Marshall Leanne Summers on October 20th, 2008, in Boulder, Colorado. What you need now is stillness, inner listening. You must gain a stronger connection to the deeper current of your life. Instead of it being a fleeting and infrequent moment of experience, you need now to connect with it and to build the connection as if you were building a bridge from one shore to another. And bridges are not built in a day. They require much effort and consistent application. That is why taking the steps to knowledge is so important. You do not do this in leaps and bounds, or your bridge will never be strong or sure. Ultimately, you want to have one foot in this world and one foot in your spiritual reality, knowing that each shore is different, recognizing how much they are different, but how one serves the other in a unique way. This awareness and education is not the product of speculation, but an aggregate of wisdom based upon experience. It is the foundation of wisdom. It is not an elaborate set of ideas. Wisdom is like a foundation of stone. Philosophy is like a foundation of sticks. Here, the whole creation of your idealism can fall apart with a great shocking experience of life, a great disappointment, a great illness. A building made of sticks can burn up in an hour, or collapse under weight or pressure, or the movement of the world. But your foundation of knowledge is a connection beyond the world. It is deep and profound. It can be shaken and challenged because your allegiance is not yet complete or whole, but within itself, it can withstand anything. It is building your connection with knowledge that is fundamental. It is allowing questions to be unanswered. It is recognizing the things that you know today and abiding with them, but with an open mind. You build your connection to knowledge by supporting the things that you really know, and by protecting them from the doubt and accusations of others. For at the outset, you're not strong enough to endure the social pressures and criticism that will be brought to bear upon you if you are indiscreet regarding the deeper experiences you're having. Knowledge holds for you a greater destiny, but first, it must have your allegiance. First, you must go through in stages a process of reorienting your life and reevaluating your ideas, your priorities, your values. And this can take quite a bit of time. The longer it takes, the more suffering there is, but in essence, it still takes time to go through these stages of reorienting your life. For now, you're still the same person. You look the same to everyone else. Perhaps you look the same, although you may be acting a little strangely, but really something monumental has happened within you. And now you're trying to deal with it and accept it and follow it. But it requires that you dismantle much of your old life, because you cannot just put a new life on top of an old life. It's more like building a bridge to a new life, but you don't know what the new life is yet. Your connection to the other shore is not strong enough yet. You've not gotten that far yet. Now you're following the impulse to build that bridge without knowing its ultimate purpose or its ultimate form. This requires that your mind yield to a greater power. You cannot be in charge of everything, being in control of everything, having everything explained, because you're following a greater power. There must be a yielding here, and perhaps this yielding will occur gradually, incrementally, but there must be a yielding here. At a certain point, you realize that to deny this deeper movement is to deny the essence and meaning of your life. And even if you cannot understand it or control it or define it, you must follow it. If you try not to seize it or do something with it, or give it a form or a definition, then it can lead you safely with power and to stability. But if you try to harness it, to use it, to control it, to stop it, then your life will be in such a state of conflict. And there is no amount of pleasure or personal escape that can relieve you of this conflict. The only way you can overcome this is by following the power and the presence within you. Please join me now in a 30-minute stillness practice. Take whatever time you need to read your own step and enter stillness when you're ready. Nazi Navare Karam. While we're in this place of stillness, I'd like to share a passage from the New Message speaking about the messenger. I'll be reading from the Revelation, the mission of the messenger, as revealed to Marshall B. N. Summers on our April 10th, 2012, in Boulder, Colorado. God has sent a new revelation into the world, unlike anything that has been sent for over 1,000 years. A messenger has been set into the world, a messenger who led a somewhat ordinary life, a messenger who is a humble man, and who has been in a very long preparation for this role. While others may claim such a title to be a messenger of God, in truth, there is only one who was sent into the world. Heaven knows this, of course, though people will make their claims and assertions. People are afraid of the messenger. They're afraid of what it might mean for them, how it might change their ideas, or how it might call them into some kind of greater service or association. Many people will reject God's new revelation purely on this basis alone, because they are afraid that there is a new revelation in the world that could alter the course of human history and destiny, and that would challenge many of the prevailing notions and beliefs that have become institutionalized and so well established. But the Creator of all life is not bound by these things, and only provides the essential message and revelation for the welfare of humanity and for humanity's future and destiny, both within this world and within a community of life in the universe, a greater community of life in the universe. God's new revelation is more expansive and inclusive and detailed than anything that has ever been brought into the world before. It has been given at a time when the human family has become literate and is participating in a world civilization and economy and with international communication. It is a very different environment than any of the previous revelations, which were very regional in nature and which only spread over a great span of time and through much discord, conflict, and violence. Humanity stands at the threshold of a universe full of intelligent life, a non-human universe that it must now learn to contend with. And humanity is living in a world of declining resources and environmental instability. Unlike anything it has been seen for thousands of years, even your history cannot account for what this might mean, except the history of the earth itself. The revelation brings its own commentary. It is not simply a mysterious teaching that is left up to human interpretation. It has been as has been the case before. This revelation is complete and comprehensive, touching on nearly every aspect of an individual's life and the life of humanity, both now and in the future. And yet, like all the revelations in history, it speaks of greater things than humanity's concerns today. It speaks of things which will make all the difference in whether humanity chooses to unite in a declining world, or whether it will fight and struggle over who has access to the remaining resources. It will make all the difference in whether humanity can prepare for its engagement with the greater community, which is already taking place due to an intervention in the world today by races who are here to take advantage of human weakness, conflict, and expectation. A message so great has required a tremendous preparation for the messenger and for those few individuals who have been called to assist him in his preparation and proclamation. He is not here to answer every question or to have a solution for every need. His message speaks to the need of the soul within the individual, the need to reconnect with the source of life, and to gain the strength that God has given every person through the presence of a deeper intelligence within them called knowledge. The messenger is not here to argue or debate or to take issue with world affairs or the ambitions of different groups, nations, or tribes. He is here to bring a message of revelation and redemption to the peoples of the whole world, regardless of their individual cultural position or religious affiliation, if they have one at all. This transcends nations and cultures and religious ideology. This transcends the controversies regarding these things because it is a new message from God for the redemption and the preparation of the whole world for a reality and a future that will be very different from the past. Let us spend a few moments together to be with Marshall and send him our love and our strength. Now see if there are others in the world or in your life who need to receive this strength as well. If so, spend a moment sending strength or another quality to these individuals. Nasi Nobody Karam. Thank you for coming.